This window is going to be upgraded next. Because it's got a curved top on it, it's going to be very expensive to replace it like for like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the glass inside the actual frames. That's not too bad, and then we'll have double glazed window here. So with the window off and in the workshop, I can start by removing the glass, but first there is a plastic film that I put on to make some temporary double glazing, which did help with condensation. I'm not sure it helped with any heat, but it certainly made a difference with condensation. I shall just take that off to start off with. Now the window is off, and way back 2 or 3 years ago when I cut these windows down, missed the sink, I cut the bottom off, which was where the third hinge was. Now these haven't been too much of a problem, they've still got 2 hinges on, but the double glazed unit is going to make it a lot heavier, so I've taken one of the hinges off one of the windows that I've replaced, and now we're going to put a third one back on the bottom of this one. It'll just stop the window twisting, or trying to twist with the extra weight on it. I need to let this hinge into the wood so it's flush like the others, and that will mean that all the 3 barrels will line up. It's fairly easy to get it in the right place backwards and forwards, but to sink it down, and what I'm going to do is going to use my router, drawn around shape of the hinge. I'm going to use my router to route that, but problem is there is this bump on the outside, which means that the router will tip, which is not what you want. You want it nice and flat and easy to do. So what I'm going to do is clamp a piece of wood to this side first. There, that's fairly flat. And now the router will sit on top of there, nice and square. First of all, I'm going to drop the blade down until it just touches the wood. And then I can read off on the scale on here how deep I've gone. And all I need to do is add the 3mm depth for this, and then that will be, the blade will be 3mm further down than that. It's not quite 3mm, I'll do it in 2 passes. Drill the holes for the fixing screws. These have got to be dead centre of the holes, otherwise the hinge will move. To do that, I have this device on my drill. It's a self-centering drill. What it is, you've got a sleeve on the outside here which centres itself in the countersunk hole. When you press down, the actual drill part comes through the middle, and that way you get a whole dead centre of the countersunk in the hinge. And there you are. Very easy to use, very inexpensive, but does the job wonderfully. This is how I make sure that the hinge is in the right place. All the hinges are the same, so I just use a straight edge and then I line it up on the outside of all 3. And there's no gap between any of them. I can do the same underneath. All of them are just touching. I really want to check, put it on top. All 3 of the barrels are in the same place.